In 1975, a Kodak engineer invented digital photography. Kodak owned the future. And then they buried it. 35 years later, Kodak was bankrupt and Fujifilm was. Hear how one company refused to change and the other quietly reinvented itself. This isn't a story about bad technology. It's not even a story about competition. It's a story about fear and how the thing that makes you rich can also destroy you. Because Kodak didn't lose to digital photography. Kodak lost despite inventing it. In 1975, a Kodak engineer named Steve Sasson built the world's first digital camera. It weighed 8 pounds. It recorded black and white photos. And it took 23 seconds to save a single image. Onto a cassette tape. Sasson showed it to Kodak executives and said, "This is the future." Their response, "That's great, but don't tell anyone about it." Here's the problem. Kodak wasn't a camera company. Kodak was a film company. Film, chemicals, paper, processing, that's where the real money was. Every digital photo meant no film sold, no processing fees, no prints. Digital photography wasn't just a new product. It was a bomb under Kodak's entire business model. So Kodak did what many successful companies do. They protected the present instead of building the future. And here's the dangerous part. Kodak wasn't stupid. They knew digital was coming. They just believed it would take decades. And when the time came, they could catch up. After all, they were Kodak. Now here, where the story gets interesting. Because Kodak wasn't alone. Fujifilm faced the exact same threat. Same industry. Same chemistry. Same digital disruption. But Fujifilm didn't collapse. In fact, Fujifilm is thriving today. As at February 2026, Fujifilm's stock is forecast to grow over 30% this year. Fujifilm looked at digital photography and realized something brutal. Film is dying. So instead of defending film, they asked a different question. What are we actually good at? Turns out, Fujifilm had deep expertise in chemical coatings, light-sensitive materials, image processing, precision manufacturing. And they applied those skills to new industries. Medical imaging, cosmetics, anti-aging creams, seriously, pharmaceuticals, LCD screens. Fujifilm didn't abandon its past. They translated it. Kodak did try to go digital, eventually. They made digital cameras. They made printers. They even dominated the digital camera market in the early 2000s. But here's the catch. They still thought like a film company. They treated digital as a side project, not a total reinvention. And by the time smartphones arrived, it was over. In 2012, Kodak filed for bankruptcy. The company that invented digital photography was destroyed by it. Fujifilm, still profitable, still innovating, still adapting. This story isn't really about cameras. It's about what happens when your identity becomes your product. Your success makes change feel unnecessary. And fear stops you from reinventing yourself. Kodak asked, "How do we protect film?" Fujifilm asked, "Who do we become next?" The future doesn't usually announce itself loudly. Sometimes it shows up as an ugly prototype, stored on a cassette tape. If this made you think, hit like, subscribe,